you can win this beautiful car on the turn of a single card on Card Shark. And if you play your cards right, you can win $32,000. And now, the host of Card Sharks, Bob Eubanks.
Oh, thank you. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Card Sharks. Hey, when we left off last time, we just crowned a new champion. He's a nice man, and I want you to meet him right now. So let's get him in here. Come on, Dave. This is our new champion on Card Sharks. Hello, Dave.
Hi.
You happy?
Happy, yes.
Happy. The man from Virginia is going to try to win some money. What part of Virginia now?
I'm from Galax, Virginia.
Where's Galax?
Well, it's in southwest Virginia. I'm a minister there, and I have 2 grandchildren.
No.
Yes.
How old are you?
Old enough.
Yeah. Me too, darn it. Want to compare pictures? No, we won't do that right now. Listen, let me tell you what's about to happen to you, because now we're going to give you a chance to win a whole lot of money, and let's get our 2 lovely dealers in here right now. They are Lacey Pemberton and Susanna Williams, our dealers on Card Sharks. Now, Dave, in addition to all the money you can win, we've got a new car to give away, too. And what we've done is we've added a couple of jokers to the deck over there, the deck that you cut earlier. Every time a joker pops up, it gives you another opportunity of winning that new car. I want you to keep in mind you can change 1 card per line. That's very important to you. And because you won the 2 games and you're our champ, well, Lacey's got 1 joker for you, so you know you at least have 1 chance of winning that car. Get him, guy. We're going to give you some $200 to bet with. Can we do that, please? All right. Here we go, Dave. We're on our way now, David. First card happens to be a 9. You can play or change it, Dave.
$50 lower.
Gonna keep the 9 then.
Keep the 9.
$50 lower than the 9. No, it's all right. $150. Player change to 10.
Okay, I want to change that card with number 1.
Number 1. Let's see what we got. 10 will now be a 5. You got $150.
$100 higher.
$100 higher than the 5. Oh! Back to 50. That's all right.
All of it higher.
Yeah, we're gonna go higher and win some money now. There we go. Lousy cards. Got 100 up here. I'll give you another 4. You got $500. Now, what are you gonna do with this 10?
I'm going to keep the 10 and go $100 lower.
$100 lower than the 10. There we go. 600.
All of it higher.
Yeah, step up and meet him. Here we go. All of it higher than the 3. Push. No win, no loss. You're all right. Still got 600.
Same bet, higher.
All of it. Going all of it higher than the 3. Yeah. Now, my friend, you got a chance to make some money.
All of it lower.
Yeah, it's going to be worth $2,400 for you. Is it lower? It certainly is. There you go. Thank you. Wow, nice arm.
It was.
You did good. You got now a total of $2,600 in cash. And we're not done yet. Lacey, thank you, Lacey. Lacey's got a joker for you. I want you to take a look over here for me, Dave, because we have 7 numbered cards. Behind one of them is the word car. If you find it, well, Gene's going to tell you about the car you can win. Gene?
The Buick Skyhawk Coupe, the sports car with room and comfort equipped with standard features, plus pinstripes and California emission. Good luck, David.
All right, Dave, that's the car you can win. All you have to do is go find the car.
Okay.
Know where you're going?
You know where I'm going.
All right, go put it over there. Must have 2 grandchildren, is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why you picked 2, right? Come over here. Heck, I'd have to pick 14. Only kidding. If the word car is behind number 2, then you are the big winner of that new car. We're rooting for you, guys. Is it there? Yeah! Well, our minister from Virginia now has won $12,015 in cash and prizes, and we'll be back in just a moment to meet a new challenger, play more Card Sharks right after this. Way to go, man.
I said if I make it, I was going to do
Welcome back to Card Sharks. All right, champ. That's wonderful. Did you really pick 2 because you have 2 grandchildren?
Yes.
All right. Well, it worked. Boy, look what would happen if you'd had 3. You wouldn't want a car.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Well, let's not think about those bad things. All right, let's bring in a new challenger. Come on, Christina. Join us on Card Sharks. How are you, sweetie?
Hi, Bob. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing just fine. Tell me about yourself.
I'm Christina Carter. I'm originally from Ohio. I now live in Riverside, California. I work for a utility company. I'm 32, and I am single.
Does that mean you're looking?
Always.
You're always looking?
Always.
Well, let me see what we can find for you. I don't know. We got a guy in our show named Sid. I don't know if he's available. Well, he's too old for you. I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's start it off right now. If you win 2 games, you are a champ. That's all you have to remember. And Dave, the first question goes to you. And this question involves 10 women who are married to men 10 years younger than themselves. They'll be with us all week. And there they are. These are 10 women who are married to men 10 years younger than themselves. And so here's your first question, Dave. Before the show, we ask our 10 women, are you at least 20 years older than your husband? We know they're all 10 years older, but are you at least 20 years older? How many of these 10 women are at least 20 years older than their husband, Dave?
Well, Bob, I don't know for sure, but I do know that my wife is a little bit older than I am, but 20 years is a lot of span of difference, so I think that's going to be a low number. I'm going to say 2.
2 of them, you might. Okay, Christina will be higher or lower than 2, huh?
I think he's pretty right on. I'm going to go for 3.
So you're going to say, what, higher or lower?
Higher, I'm sorry.
Higher, that's okay. I figured out that 3 is higher than 2, but I wanted her to say it. I just didn't parachute in. The actual number of these women who are at least 20 years older than their husband is 1. No, it wasn't higher, it was a little bit lower. Only 1. Which one of you ladies married a guy 20 years your junior? Raise your hand if you would, please. Margaret, you devil, you. All right, Margaret. And Margaret, let's say you were 30 years old when you married this guy?
I was 30?
No, I'm just teasing you, Margaret.
No.
How old are you, Margaret?
How old am I?
Yeah.
I'm 63.
63.
Yes.
And
My husband is 22.
your husband's 22. Way to go, Margaret. Now, how many times have you been married, Margaret?
4.
4 times.
Yes. Yes.
Is this the first time you married a younger guy?
No, they've all been younger.
They've all been younger. Oh! Well, how about that? Thank you, ladies. It's going to be fun having you with us. Okay. Who has all this control? Dave does. Dave, here's your card, Dave. It's a 7. You want to change that?
Change that card,
Well,
yes.
heck yes. The 7 will now become a 9.
Lower, Bob.
Lower than the 9, is it? Oh, yes, it is.
Higher, Bob.
Higher than a 6. Got a 9 for you.
Freeze.
Freeze. Yeah, we're going to freeze right there. That keeps Christina away from the cards. We'll see if your strategy works because I now have a question for Christina. Christina, we surveyed 100 16-year-old girls. We asked them, would you rather sit home alone on a Saturday night than be seen out with your parents? How many 16-year-old girls did rather just sit home alone?
When I was 16, I would rather sit home alone. It was kind of embarrassing to go out with Mom and Dad. You see your friends somewhere, and they'd be out having a good time, and here you are trying to hide away, and I think they're kind of embarrassed to be with their parents at that age. They'd rather be out having fun with the kids their age. So I'm going to say that's a high number.
I was embarrassed to be seen with my parents. My parents always went to burlesque houses, you see. And, wait till my mother sees that. Oh, she'll die. I mean, she'll die. Okay, so how many do you say would rather sit home alone?
I think a lot of them will. I'll say 57.
57 out of 100 would rather sit home alone. What do you think, David?
Well, Bob, I have a teenage daughter, and I know that she had much rather stay home than to be seen out with us, especially on a weekend night. So I'm going to say that number's even higher.
Yeah, but she'll try to borrow that new car. You wait and see.
Oh, yes.
Actual number of 16-year-old girls who'd rather sit home alone on Saturday night than be seen with their parents is 24 of them. No, it wasn't higher, it was lower. All right, Christina, you got to play the cards now, and there's your card. You want to change that?
I'm going to change that, Bob.
There you go. Okay, the 9 will now become a 5.
We're going to go higher.
Higher than the 5? Let's see. Yeah.
Higher, Bob. Higher. We're going higher.
Didn't know what she's going to do. Is it higher than the 9? Yeah. Lower than the king. 5.
Higher. Be there.
Be there, be there. If it is there, you win the game. You do. Whoa. Well, there's $100 for you. Most importantly, the first game. That means if you win the next game, you're the champ. Dave's going to try to keep that from happening, and we'll set up for game number 2. Be right back for that right after this. Well, shall we start game number 2? Dave, pressure's on you now. See?
No problem.
No problem. Okay, first question goes to you. It's an educated guess question. You ready for this? Play along with us at home. You'll have a good time with this one. Tell me. This one's going to make you a little bit ill, too, folks. How much does it cost taxpayers to provide Secret Service protection for a presidential candidate for 1 day? How much does it cost taxpayers?
Well, Bob, I read an article on that not too long ago, and I think it's about $75,000 a day.
$75,000 a day. Christina, higher or lower than that?
I think it's going to be a high number, but $75,000 is a lot of money. I think it's got to be lower than that.
Think it might be lower?
Yeah.
Man, how many are running for the Democratic side? 8? And how many in the Republican side? 5 or 6? This is going to make you real sick,
You're
folks.
not making me feel good, Bob.
Oh, don't worry about a thing, folks. The actual cost for the Secret Service to protect a presidential candidate for 1 day is $15,000.
Yes.
But still, that's a lot of money. And it was lower. Christina, you're right. Okay, here we go. 15. Are you ready? There's a card. 7.
I don't like that 7. I want to get rid of it, change it.
Well, you've come to the right place. We can change it.
Good.
7 now becomes a queen.
Lower.
Lower than the queen. How about a 6?
Gonna go higher, Bob.
Gonna go higher than the 6. Is it? Certainly
Oh.
is.
I'm gonna freeze.
She's gonna freeze right there. Okay. Made David mad when you froze there. Next question. Christina? Surveyed 100 ministers. Oh. Step up, Reverend. We surveyed 100 ministers and we asked them, when people find out what you do for a living, do they start treating you differently? How many ministers said that when people find out what they do for a living, they treat them differently?
Yes, I think a lot of people do. I remember having a conversation with a gentleman at one time, and I didn't know he was a minister, and we were telling jokes. And by the punchline, I could tell his face was getting kind of light and pale, and
Yeah.
well, I found out he was a minister, and I never told him the punchline.
He probably
of
knew
the
the joke anyway. So how many do you think?
I think it's going to be high. Let's go with 62.
62 out of 100 say they treat the man differently when they find out he's a minister. Well, let's check with the minister. David?
Well, Bob, personally speaking, I think sometimes they do treat you a little bit different.
Did you hear the one about... Oh, no, never mind.
But I think that's going to be just a little bit lower.
Might be lower?
Yes.
All right, let's see. Actual number of ministers who said that when people find out what they do for a living, they treat them differently is 93. David, I thought you'd get that one right. 93. Christina?
I'm going to get rid of that 9.
Okay, Lacey's got a new one for you. The 9 becomes a 4.
Higher, Bob, higher.
Higher than the 4? No. Tough luck, he says, yeah. Bless you, my child. Tough luck. Now, let's get to the cards, quick. All right, David, free chance. There's a 4.
Higher, Bob.
Higher than a 4. Nope. Tell him, Christina.
Tough luck.
Tough luck, right? Next question. Let's ask a question that David knows something about. Dave, 79-year-old Betty Davis recently appeared on a TV talk show wearing a short skirt. So we surveyed 100 men, and we asked them, if an older woman has good legs, is it okay for her to wear a revealing skirt? How many men said it's okay?
Well, I think most men, Bob, like to look at a pretty pair of legs. And
Does
so,
that include you?
Yes.
Oh, right.
So I think that's going to be a relatively middle number. I'm going to say about 53.
50. You may have a new car, but your congregation's going to be gone when you get home. You know that. 53 out of 100. Christina, higher or lower than that?
I think men love to look at a good pair of legs, regardless of how old the woman is. And if she's older, they might even appreciate them better. So I'm going to say it's higher.
Might be higher. The actual number of men who said it's okay for an older woman to wear a revealing skirt is 81 of them. Yes, it was higher. All right, now, Christina.
Let's go for it, Bob, and go higher.
Higher than the 4. Tell her, Dave.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you. Dave, free chance.
Higher.
Higher than the 4, yeah.
Lower, Bob.
Lower.
Tough luck, Dave.
Tough luck. We're going to pause for these words. We'll be back with sudden death. Don't go away. We'll be right back, folks.
Ear.
Welcome back to Card Sharks. We're going to play sudden death now to find out who's going to win this game. If it's Christina, she's our new champ. If it's Dave, we'll play tiebreaker game. So remember, control is what you're looking for. Someone must win the game on the next play of the cards. And Christina, this is your question. This question involves 10 women who are married to men at least 10 years younger than themselves. And there they are. Now, Christina, before the show, we asked these 10 women, when you met your husband, were you actively looking for a younger man? How many of these 10 women were actively looking for a younger man?
I think they were actively looking. I think you either know whether or not you're attracted to younger men or older men.
Are you looking for a younger man?
Definitely.
I'm sorry, Sydney. Yeah.
Always have been.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 4.
4 out of the 10 were actively looking for a younger man. David, what do you think?
I think that's going to be higher, Bob, because I agree that when you know what you're looking for.
Is that right?
Yes.
Did you know what you were looking for when you found your wife?
Yes.
And you got her.
Right.
Way to go, big guy. Actual number of these 10 women who are actively looking for a younger man is 1. Only 1.
Margaret.
Yeah. I wonder which one it was. Oh, it's you, Darlene. Oh, I'll be darned. You just went out looking for a young guy.
Oh, I most certainly did.
Why?
I was widowed very young,
Uh-huh.
and I had dated older men, and they were so serious, and they talked about the money they made, and they talked about their success, and I got so tired of it.
Sure.
That when a girlfriend called me and said, let's go to a singles bar, I said, great, I'll meet somebody younger.
What do young guys talk about?
That's what I did.
What do young guys talk about?
Younger men are a lot more fun. They're not talking about such serious things as business and all of those things that I didn't want to hear.
What do they talk about?
Well, they talk about...
Thank you, ladies. Nice to have you with us, okay? We're playing sudden death. Who's got all this control? Christina? Christina, you got a couple choices here. You can play it out. If you goof, he wins the game, or pass it on to David. He must play off the 4. If he goofs, you win the game and the match.
It's all yours, David.
Thank you.
Go for it.
Here we go, Dave. All up to you, pal.
Higher.
Higher it is.
Higher.
Higher to 5. No! We've got a new champ. It's Christina.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Well, Dave, you leave us but with $12,015 cash and prizes, including that brand new car. You're a nice man. Thank you for being
Thank
with
you,
us.
Bob.
We'll see you again. Bye-bye. Christina, right over here, my dear. All right, this is our new champ. In just a moment, we're going to give her a chance to win a lot of money and a new car. We'll see if she can do it right after this. And Christina now. Christina, the ladies have the cards dealt out. There's a couple of jokers over there. When they pop up, that gives you a chance of winning that new car. Lacey's got 1 joker for you, so you know at least have 1 opportunity. Remember, you can change 1 card per line. So let's give her $200, and let's see what happens. Here we go. All right, Christina. First card happens to be a 10. You can play or change.
I'm going to play, and I'm going to go $50 lower.
$50, lower than the 10. Is it lower? It certainly is. $250.
Change that one with number 3.
Number 3. See what the 8 becomes. Susanna's got a new one for you. The 8 is now a 5. And you got $250.
I'm going $200 higher.
$200 higher than the 5. No. Whoa.
It's okay. It's okay. We're
Here we
going
go.
all of it higher.
Time to build again. Higher than the deuce is a 7. You got 100. Up here, I'll give you 4. You got $500
I'm
now.
going to change that card with number 1.
Number 1. All right. 7 will be a 5.
Okay, I'm going $450 higher.
Whew, 450 higher
I
than
came
the
to play.
5. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. 950.
And I'm going $900 lower.
$900 lower than the
Leave it,
queen. Push, no win, no loss.
We're
Scared you to
doing
death,
it again. $900 lower.
though. $900 lower than the queen. You got
Yes.
it again. $1,850. I assume you want to change the 10.
I'm going to change it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Why not? 10 becomes a 6. And now, you've got $1,850. You got to bet at least $925.
We're going $1,500 higher.
We are?
Come on.
Don't include me in this because I get real nervous. Okay, $1,500. Higher than
Be
the
there.
6. Be
Be
there
there.
for the lady. Yeah! There it is. Now you've got $3,350 in cash, and we're going to give you a chance of winning a new car right now. Lacey's got a joker for you. Take a look over here now. As you probably know, 7 numbered cards. Behind one of them is the word car. Okay, Christina, go get it. Number 6, the lady said. We've already given away one car today. We'd love to give another one away. Let's see if the word car is behind number 6. If it is there, you win the car. Behind number 6.
It's a GSN original special celebrating the greatest game shows of the 80s.
All right. Join me, Caroline Ray, for Play It Back 80s Game Shows.
The GSN special Play It Back 80s Game Shows tonight at 7, 6 Central.
Where else but GSN?
It's me, Fred Rogan.
And me, Kelly Packard.
Join us as we expand into the afternoon.
GSN Live continues in the afternoon with Fred Rogan and Kelly Packard tomorrow at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern.